another ARTC interview. And tonight we have the young Kipp Stone in the building. Hello, my sir.
What's happening, nigga?
Chilling, my nigga. We done been bullshitting.
All right, nigga, been sitting up talking for 3 hours.
How you feeling tonight on this young Friday?
I'm chilling, nigga. Tired as fuck. We washed.
Man, on life though. That's that 30 life. So today we came in here. We got a couple little questions for you. Casual kick it, if you will. First, we wanted to ask, what were your early inspirations into music?
Damn, all right, nigga. So, I mean, see, you know what I'm saying? This is why it's weird, but I mean, most niggas do not know that Young Dro was my favorite rapper for a long time. Young Dro, somebody actually just asked me this shit the other day, who was my influences or whatever the fuck, and it was Young Dro, Cudi, Chip, and Eminem.
Facts. Because we used to watch 8 Mile religiously.
Nigga, sat right at the foot of my mom's bed.
All life going in. So, next one to ask, man. Since we watched a lot of 8 Mile, I would say, what do you think you like better, writing music or freestyling?
I can't freestyle. Well, that shit don't. What? Cause we be drunk or high, so niggas everything sound good when you high, nigga. I was freestyling one time. We was high as fuck, and I don't even know if I was speaking English, nigga, but we was all so high. It just felt like, man, this nigga is he left Earth.
He didn't even be was spitting
that shit don't sound like nothing. If we would have recorded that shit, it would have just been a whole bunch of niggas mumbling.
Niggas would have been pissed off.
Like, this nigga just said what? This nigga the best ever,
nigga fire as fuck.
Nigga ain't say nothing at all, nigga.
Oh, man. So shit, wanted to ask how. Man, some of these questions are petty. How do you think I would have done if I would have kept rapping?
Yes. Yes. I forget who the fuck I was telling this shit, but if this nigga Mount would have kept rapping, he would undoubtedly be either as good as me or something where this nigga Mount was low-key nice. For the time, for what was going on. This nigga Mount was nice, man.
I be trying to tell y'all, got bored. Y'all niggas be hating.
And Mount is the only nigga I know, rapper or not, that can just freestyle for however the fuck long and not stammer or mess up not once and rhyme the whole way through. This nigga Mount can really. That shit is crazy. This nigga Mount. This nigga Mount can rap, man. That shit is crazy.
Marley, you feel me?
Niggas really do not know that this nigga Mount can rap.
We used to do a lot of music back in the day.
We did, nigga.
That bop shopping. We had a whole song, bro.
To fucking what was that beat?
Ooh, what was that?
Inside peanut butter outside.
Gross.
This nigga wrote a song called Bop Shopping to Inside Peanut Butter Outside Jelly. And the hook was, we going bop shopping. Bop shopping. We going bop shopping.
Disgusting.
But he slid though, Mount slid.
I'm not gonna lie, somewhere on YouTube, it's me featured in this all rapping about Circle K.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
No, the media, y'all still got that song that you recorded that one night?
Yeah, bro, what you mean? That shit mixed up too.
Man, this nigga Nuke was just listening to that shit a couple weeks ago.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't listened to that shit in probably a year.
That shit a classic.
That nigga Mount, I'm telling you, man. Do not sleep on this nigga, man. This nigga Mount, I swear to God, if this nigga Mount would have kept rapping, he would have been nice. I bet my life on that.
2 closed sessions. So I think what you mean.
I'm about to sign the closed sessions. I'm about to hit Alex up
no, life.
Bro, just take a chance on my nigga, bro. This nigga is nice. I ain't
all 3 of them.
I ain't heard that. Fuck y'all niggas.
I got bars.
So you're not about to endorse the boys mixed?
No, because that's the thing I'm saying. Like, look, all jokes aside, man. Like, well, not all jokes. Like, fuck y'all mixtape for real. Like, actually, like 1,000% unequivocally, fuck y'all mixtape for real. Like, this nigga can rap, man.
He gonna be on the mixtape.
Low key, watch. I swear to God, I'm gonna just pop up with a mouth
I'm
verse.
not gonna lie.
Get me on the track.
Me and E got on the track is crazy.
But
Even throw
y'all,
Malk in there.
Malk gonna slide on y'all and y'all gonna be hot.
It's not. But you know how Gunna and Baby go back and forth?
That's not this. My rap battle. That's not this.
He's sleeping on us.
I'm trying to tell y'all that Malk has actual talent.
I get that. But we adding to it.
No,
It's like if we add to it.
you know how that shit gonna work? That shit gonna work like, you know
Then we
how.
got DJ Kels. It's lit.
No, yeah, 1,000%. Yeah.
I know you was Kels though. So.
Cause you know how when you listen to a song, right, it with like a bunch of people, like a posse cut, and it's always that one verse that like, hey, this nigga real live whooped everybody ass. It'll be like me, like this nigga Kipp had the best verse. But Mount low key slid. I don't know what the mother nigga was doing. I low key cut that bitch off after the third verse. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I'm not gonna lie.
That bitch about 6 minutes long. I had to cut it off.
Remember that one time Evie slid on the track though?
I wrote that. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Evie don't write her rhymes.
What about to pay $1 for some damn weed?
Oh yeah, she did freestyle that. She did.
Yeah.
I wrote that.
But remember that set? No, that was at J House where that session. No, cause Malk slid in. Malk slid on that session.
In the booth, man.
Malk can rap.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's just what I came here to say.
Y'all niggas today.
I woke up this morning and said, like, the world gotta know that this nigga Malk, from a nigga that can rap, Malk can rap.
Nigga, thank you, man.
Boys mixtape coming soon.
No, it's really not. I don't know from my mouth to your ears what you just heard.
But Mike gonna be on the boys mixtape.
No, not if I got anything to say about it.
Hell no,
Not if I got anything to do about it, nigga. I'm Malk manager, nigga. Y'all can't have a Malk verse.
Your life.
It's the mountain.
Listen,
We floating, boy.
Scheming
I'm alright
demon.
with being carried to greatness.
No, nigga.
I can use a Drake verse.
I'll send y'all niggas a cease and desist if y'all take a verse.
Oh my.
I'll sue y'all niggas. I'll see y'all niggas in court.
Oh, yeah, like cease and desist, though,
The
man.
E and J mixtape coming soon. We got to let them know. We got bars on it.
I'm like,
Bless y'all, man. I really hope that work out for y'all. But I don't.
oh man. So in another interview, I heard you say something about a spirit animal, man. Who is your spirit animal?
It's my nigga Yada, man.
And why is that?
Look, dude. I talk to my nigga damn near, well, not every day, but like we got like a schedule where I like talk to my nigga, and like I really don't see a time where she's not involved in some kind of way, some kind of capacity to like me making an album. Like like she might not be writing, nothing music, might not even be nothing musical, but that my nigga, like all the new shit I got, I'm like low key for the past 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my nigga. Like, but the album I'm working on right now, like every song except for like probably 2 songs, I done been like on FaceTime with her, like working on the song, type shit. Like just about every song. So I'd be like, we'd be talking, shooting the shit or whatever, woo woo, and like I'd be like, all right, I'm about to mute you, and I'd mute her for like 5 minutes and then lay a verse down and then like unmute her and play the shit. Like that's my nigga. So like literally whatever album I'm working on, whatever I'm doing, you can guarantee that she'll be like somewhere in the area. That's my nigga.
Hand in it. That read, man. That's the type of shit I like to hear.
That's my nigga.
This is something I always wondered. If you would have moved to the suburbs, how do you think your music would have changed?
I'd be whack as fuck. I'd be so whack, bro. Like, cause like all this shit, like most of niggas' favorite bars for me is like either some shit like me talking about the hood. If I'm not popping shit, like, I mean, niggas like when I talk shit, But like, if I'm not talking about some shit that I went through or some shit like that, and I'm not saying that niggas from the suburbs don't go through nothing, but I just don't know. I don't know what the.
You go through the hood. The problem is different. I mean, everybody got the issue, but the hood is different. You got niggas shooting every day. Nigga, 9 times out of 10, at some point, your utility got cut off.
I don't like that shit different, man.
It's a different struggle.
Especially in EC, that shit is completely different.
Yeah, it's shit that. It's shit that niggas talk about in songs, like even shit like where I mentioned us getting popped at that one day. Like, what the fuck? That shit ain't happening. Niggas ain't getting hit at in the suburbs. Like, niggas ain't shooting at me in the suburbs. Niggas like, no, we had to experience that in the ghetto.
And then you get numb to it after a while. Like, I could be playing a video game, I hear niggas shooting. Nigga ain't stopped yet, still putting in the buttons and just sit on the floor like, well, let me get out the way.
Yeah, nigga, it's fucked up. Niggas is real live desensitized to that shit. That shit is real. We niggas is real live desensitized. I was on the phone with somebody the other day talking like, and I was like, yeah, la 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 la, and I heard a gunshot. I'm like, oops, somebody just got hit.
Right.
But yeah, though, like for real, like.
Just got hit though. Ain't like that. It's just casual though. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah, niggas is real live desensitized to that shit.
So I recently heard you went out to Cali. What was that experience like for you?
That shit was fire, and that shit inspired most of my album. That shit was like.
How was the West Coast different from the East Coast? Just from that minor trip. Obviously, you can't really tell that from me out there for that little.
No, cause like every trip I ever been on, except for like a couple Chicago trips, like if I ever like went somewhere just to go somewhere, like even when I went to South by, like that shit was cool, but like I was there to be a rapper and shit. But like Cali was like the first time a nigga actually went like. I was on vacation, nigga. Like I ain't never been on vacation in my life. So to be 29 years old and go on my first vacation and just be around like mad love and shit, like that shit was weird. It's the first time I went somewhere and I was like, damn, I got how much money is a lift gonna be? How much is this gonna cost? I had all the money I needed. Everybody had all the shit they needed. And that shit was just a culture shock. And on top of that, nigga, I had my L's for the first time and niggas came Vanderhall, niggas came Tesla, niggas came 2021 Charger, and my L's been suspended since I was 18, nigga. And the first, like literally the first time I drove legally was in Cali, nigga, in a Charger with a fucking blunt in my mouth. Like, come on, nigga.
Rapper life.
That was the first time I had just got my L's back, probably like a month before that. And then like, nigga, I just remember like I asked my nigga Dion to see his keys because I was like looking for some CBD. And nigga, I was like halfway to the little store shit with the shit blazing, and I'm like, oh shit, like, cause I seen a cop and I was like, oh shit, but then I was like, no, like,
this shit legal.
Like, fuck y'all, pull me over, nigga, like, so nigga, that shit was fire, bro. It was a lot, and like I did an interview with somebody and I was talking about the song 95 Tahoe, and I was talking about my big cousin who inspired the song, and by somehow this nigga was at we was at a house party. He was at the house party where we was at. Like I had like literally just got done talking about this nigga, and as soon as I walked into the party, he was the first nigga I see. This nigga from East Cleveland, just like me. So this nigga had no earthly business being in Cali at all. So I'm just like, when I seen this nigga, I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I was just talking about you. And I hadn't seen this nigga, like, even before that, I hadn't seen this nigga for like years, nigga. I probably low-key ain't seen that nigga for like a decade. Damn. And then I talk about this nigga in an interview and see this nigga at a house party. Like an invite-only house party.
See, that's the universe, bro. That's crazy, man.
That shit is crazy.
Them chakras. All right, another question that we've all wondered is, why it take you so long to drop music?
I'm consistent as fuck. Fuck y'all, first of all. I drop mad music.
I guess
y'all
we are
just
selfish as fuck.
y'all niggas just be hearing shit before everybody else hears. So y'all be like, nigga, when this about to come out? Like, bitch, I have a song out. Right? I just put a song out 3 days ago.
No, okay. You just recently started dropping music consistently. Before it'd be like, album.
4 years.
with some singles,
Right.
with some banger ass
Shit we
singles.
listen to at the crib.
All right, look. Like last year, I dropped like 4 singles and an EP. That's a lot of music.
No, you was active. I will say that.
Before that, y'all talking about Ohm, and I okay, I understand that, cause like in between Ohm and DFA, I probably dropped like 5 songs, and that was like in a 4-year span. So I get it, but I didn't drop Ohm for a reason. I held on to Ohm for a reason because I had this album that I believe was a classic in my ears. So I believe that it was like a great album, and I knew that if I would have put that bitch out without a team or without some kind of something behind it, then it was just gonna be another album that I put out that niggas heard, like that y'all heard,
right.
And people like y'all, people close to me would have heard, and then it would have just got swept under the rug. It wouldn't even have mattered. But niggas held out for that shit, and that's why I did that, cause I was like, I had that bitch. It was finished. That bitch was finished for like 2 years, and then I was just sitting on it. And then I fucking got back up with Closed Sessions, and them niggas took that bitch and turned that, and like that's my most successful one of my most successful projects ever.
Oh, for real. All right. Another question though. Why don't you like any of your earlier music?
Because no, it's not.
I would listen. First off, me personally, I'm salty that like I don't know what powers you got to erase all your earlier music from the internet, because like that shit is hard to do. But you managed to do
Man
it.
is a genius.
All that
And
shit.
it's
No.
upsetting because it was good for when you made it. Even now, it's still good because it's bars. At the end of the day, it's bars.
Which camera is on me? Is that the camera? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That shit sucked, and I didn't start liking my music until However, I did listen to DFA a couple weeks ago, and I kind of like that project. But
Didn't fuck with Clever.
I fuck with Morosis. Fuck no.
You ain't like King Bossy?
No. Nobody like King Bossy. That's why ain't nobody here.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. The intro to King Bossy was fucking crazy.
It was fire.
I respect that, man, but just no.
No.
I didn't like that shit. Like, and I didn't give this shit a lot of thought, because I've been like niggas. I always like making a point to tell people that I didn't like my earlier shit, but like I don't like that shit because I knew what I was capable of. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew what the fuck my music could sound like. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason why I do like sometimes hold on to music, because when you an artist, sometimes you hold on to shit because you be trying to perfect shit, like make shit perfect and whatever, woo woo. But like, I mean, at some point in time, even back then, I knew it was like, all right, you not gonna be able to perfect this shit. So you kind of gotta just put your best foot forward. Like, this is what I got, so I'm putting it out. But I always knew in the back of my head, like, this ain't it. Like, this is like, no matter what niggas was hearing, no matter how good it was sounding, how good it was mixed, how cool the beats was, whatever, woo woo, I just used to hear that shit, and it's just like, this ain't it. It wasn't until I started working on and a couple moments on DFA where I was like, oh damn, like I was trying to do that, and then I actually did it. Like I heard, because like that's the thing too. Like working on King Bossy and Mixtape with No Name and Pro Loser and Video Game Kids and all them Jake ass albums.
Jake ass albums.
All them Jake albums.
Them was life waves for all of us, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna hold you. Them bitches used to get niggas through
tough times, nigga.
But that was for us though. Like that shit was more for us.
That's
Even the
facts.
lyrics, like you could hear it in the lyrics. Like this nigga, like if you don't know me, you probably wouldn't
You don't know what it is. No, that's
understand at
facts.
all. And if you do,
We did have that conversation.
you know what I'm saying? So like, when I used to go into working on shit like that, I used to like literally be in my head like, okay, I want this to sound like this. Like I was listening to Mad Cudi during the times of Video Game Kids. And if you can tell me that shit is anywhere close to as good as a Cudi mixtape or a Cudi album, then you lying. So that's what you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I was at. I was like, I know how I want this shit to sound, but I don't have the talent. I'm not good enough for my voice. I don't got good enough production. I don't got good enough mixes. These videos gonna look shitty, but I just gotta fucking.
Niggas was, man, from the bottom. From the bottom.
So
boy.
Always gonna be my favorite project.
And that's why I fucking love this nigga, man.
I mean, you know why it's selfish on me, but I mean, shit. Producers on
Oh yeah, you did record People Be Trash. How the fuck did I forget that? That shit crazy. We really friends in this bitch.
The whole time I was pronouncing it homie.
Nah, homie, you fried as
I'm not
fuck.
trying to say homie in a different way.
I did, and to your defense, I did like freaking out. So like even with the new album, the shit that I'm promoting, 66689, Big Homie. So like Big Homie, I spell it like home. So yeah, I feel you.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was home.
It is. Well, I mean, like, but I said that in the interview too. Like, it's like
something in French, huh?
yeah. And so it's like I went with first of all just because it can be like at first glance it just looked like home with 2 M's. But like is really and that's man in French.
Okay. And you gotta stop here saying long shit.
I had a point I was making too before I said it. He said something about I don't know what the fuck I was trying to say, but yeah, no, all that shit was trash.
Man, here you go, man.
That shit was bad.
My computer is a vault.
This
I got
nigga
a lot
has
of shit.
everything,
I
bro.
got a lot of shit, man.
Bruh, niggas go on tour or niggas like anywhere, you cannot bring your computer.
Hell
Like,
no,
that
let me
shit
stay.
got-
Let me stay
That
where
shit
it's
got
at.
everything.
First off, Mouth used to be the leak guy. Like, before leaking became a thing, he was doing
Mouth
it.
was the first lead. Niggas used to come to me like, hey man, that one song, Revenge of the Nobody's hard as fuck. I'm like, nigga, that shit, how the fuck?
How did you even hear that? Nigga in the background like, shit.
This nigga Mouth used to go crazy playing my shit, unreleased music.
That shit was too fire, bro. You can't look. I gotta hear that shit wham in the sieve, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
In the
had to
fucking,
hear
in the
wham.
Nug
bro.
Mobile.
Little shit was going, you know. Nah, let me ask you this: what can we expect on the next album?
It's a lot of freestyling. I freestyle a lot of that shit and bars. And I honestly I don't know, cause I'm still working on it. I got a story I want to tell, but
You know, I love the storytelling.
I definitely got a story I want to tell because I mean most of my shit is like biographical and like this shit is kind of biographical too, but it's kind of more like a journey. And I'll spill this with y'all because I mean, come on, it's us. Like 66689, people be hearing that shit. Like niggas be seeing me post 66689, and literally, you niggas is surface as fuck. So niggas, first thing they see is 666, and they be like, "What the fuck?
Some devil shit."
You some devil shit." And I'm like, bruh, like no, it's not that. It's like Boulevard is one of my dream albums. It's like another part of my life's work. This is part 1. This next album is part 1 of 3 albums that's like a part of my life work. So 66689 is like, which is not, it's not no super clever shit, but like back in the day when niggas had flip phones, like if you was to type On My Way or OMW, you would have to type 6660 9. Hold on, let me look at my phone.
Look at how his brain works. That's cricket. Ain't nobody even thinking about that.
Yeah, nah, I forgot about that shit. What was he used to call when he used to finish the word for you?
Predictive text or some shit like that. Predictive type.
T9, yeah.
I hate that
Ooh,
shit.
T9.
But like,
Y'all youngins could never. Y'all youngins could
so
never.
like 66660 on the way. And it's called 66689 Prelude. Well, 66689 Boulevard Prelude. because it's the prelude to Boulevard. So it's like I'm on the way to this album. But when I say on the way, that don't mean like it's coming soon. That mean like I'm doing shit personally and musically to be like prepared to even work for this to this album. So it's like I'm on the way to this album because Boulevard is the actual project. I've said too much.
This is a safe space. it's okay.
That's that on that. But that, yeah.
Next episode,
The next episode, Dragon Ball Z. All right, man. This is the last music question, and we're about to get on to some fun shit. What do you think your biggest accomplishment musically has been so far, at least?
1 million streams. That shit was fire.
Imagine 1 million streams, folks. Oh, let me pause it for a second. We used to be on LimeWire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was on MySpace, putting your music up. 1 million streams on legit shit. That's crazy.
It's a lot of shit crazy. First of all, today low-key been one of the best days of my life ever. But that's another story for another day. But like niggas real live, this nigga Mount used to just like spam niggas. Like niggas was unfollowing this nigga and unfriending this nigga on Facebook. Cause this nigga was opening up chats, sending niggas links. Like this nigga Mount used to just have a list of people like, all right, I'm about to send this shit. And he sent that shit to everybody, literally everybody he knows. This nigga sending shit to his aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, sister, like, bro.
Y'all go hear this, bro. Oh my.
All that, and we was doing all that. And we was probably racking in like, we'd peak out at like 1,000 views, and that's like a good song. That's like, yo, you got 1,000 views,
this
nigga.
shit going, bro. This shit lit.
And fucking Sprawl Street is like my first 1 million streams, and that's cause, you know, it got Mick on it, so like obviously that's a big draw. But like even cooler than that, so really for real, not even Sprawl Street getting 1 million views. It would be 2 weeks notice getting 100-something thousand views, cause that's me. I did that by myself.
Right.
And that 100,000 views is like,
Nuts, bro. That's nuts.
So that shit, like when they told me that like this shit about to crack, and they told me it was about to crack 100,000 views when it was at like 80,000, and then like probably like a week and a half later it was at 100,000, and that was like after the song had been out for a couple months. So that means niggas is still listening to shit.
Right.
And just like again to go back to like niggas really I used to post. Like I probably got videos on YouTube right now that got like 500 views. And it's just like, niggas really used to be like, and be salty as fuck that like, bro, these niggas just not hearing, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, nigga, 500 views, 400 views, like, what the fuck? And now niggas is doing like, at bare minimum, 10,000. That shit ain't a lot to a lot of niggas, but that shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of over here. Look, from the motherfucker that was sending these messages, that's a lot. All right, look, I smile every day. All right, that shit lit.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, bro. I mean, I done did, and the Marvel shit, the Black Panther shit, that shit was dope. That was probably that. Other than the 100,000 views, it was probably that, cause that shit will like forever live on. Me too. I spilled wine on that bitch though.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I ain't took your vinyl out the rapper yet.
I went over my mom's house. She was listening to that shit the other day.
Like, for some, like,
Your mom's so raw, bro.
I kind of want to take it out and buy a vinyl thing to listen to it, but it's like
Vinyl still available. But
I'm talking to niggas.
But yeah, no, I appreciate that, and yeah, a lot of raw shit has been happening. My nigga was telling me today, cause like, just like a bunch of fly shit just happened to me today. And y'all niggas know me. Y'all know I don't really like let myself get like super excited about shit. Like when something good happens, it's just like, okay, cool. Like we moving in the right direction. Like I'm happy about it. Today, like this nigga literally told me, I think I got the voice message. This nigga was like, this nigga said out his mouth, like, bro, this is literally the first time I've ever heard you excited about anything. Hold on, where is this shit at?
Man, we too used to disappointment, man. You gotta get used to that shit. It's a long road.
Watch your food be good as fuck too today. Like you never had baby B's before. Dude, I'm happy as fuck for you, nigga. Do you realize this is the first time I feel like I ever felt your excitement for anything, nigga? I'm happy for you, man. Nigga, don't go to sleep, okay? Go to sleep.
Yeah, like I really hope that picked up. Because that nigga, like that's proof I do not be letting myself get excited about shit. Just one, cause I'm just low key used to just getting shitted on.
Yeah, look, it's been a hard road.
Yeah, just used to shit not turning out the way it feel. But like I couldn't even, like it's like my face hurt right now. Cause like last night, me and this nigga Nuke stayed up till like 12 o'clock to see that shit that happened this morning. And niggas screamed so loud, like I cut myself, my face hurt. And I've never even felt like that before.
That shit is lit, man. I'm happy for you.
Niggas, niggas don't even know how to be happy, low-key.
Yeah, no, like it's weird, bro. It's weird because, like I said, we been here from like the start, especially me. Like I've seen it from the ground up. And the disappointments, bro, like, and you started taking it better than me because I used to be sick, bro. Like I used to be in my feelings, bro, and that's crazy. Like I'm proud of you. Like this has been a good journey, for real.
Even this shit happening, like, bruh, like, how the fuck you couldn't tell two niggas sitting on the phone till 4 o'clock in the morning? One nigga trying to rap, one nigga in school. You could not tell these two niggas like, hey, nigga, one day I'm gonna be interviewing you on my show.
It's nutty.
Like, nigga, what? Like, what? This nigga, that shit is crazy. I almost just cried. That nigga, if I start crying, cut this shit. But like,
what the fuck?
that shit, this nigga go zoom in. No, that shit, like, that shit is really crazy, man. Like, and with all just the consistency of this show and everything that's going on, like, the fact that y'all niggas really was like, just my niggas, just supporting shit, like, ready to knock niggas out and just posting links and listening to shit and like just being like me playing music. And what's crazy too is like I used to sit around and play music with everybody, like, you know, when everybody get together, because that's my love language. That's how I tell y'all niggas that I miss y'all when I play music for y'all and shit.
Right.
So like we sitting up playing music and shit, and this nigga Jew pulled his phone out and he was like recording. I didn't really think nothing about it, but I just subtly seen this nigga E, like when he pulled his phone out, this nigga E was like, hey, no,
we always on top of it.
And this nigga was looking at this nigga, he was like, what you mean? And I saw E explain like, yeah, he don't be liking when niggas play his unreleased, like, just put your phone away, just vibe out. Like shit.
Like, just chill. Enjoy this.
Like, as your nigga, any of my niggas who make music, like when we get shit, when we get y'all unreleased shit, that warms our niggas' heart. It's like, ooh, like
We thirsty.
right,
Like, we thirsty.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, either, like, you know, and sometimes you'll send niggas random shit, like, boom, you get a text from you, listen to this, that shit cold. I get a text from, it's crazy. It's even better seeing that, being there, watching y'all make the shit from scratch. The creative process is crazy.
And I don't think y'all niggas ever seen me work on music.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Not you, Case. Obviously not you.
It was a stint. I was at your house like every day for like a month.
That's true.
Just watching y'all niggas work.
I'll be thinking about the songs that I record, but when I'm by myself, for real. But like, nah, low key.
The shit is fire.
Not all of it, but
Most of it. I would say, but you might not think it's fire. But on the outside looking in, like, because like you said, we like the older shit. You don't like it because you know what you're capable of.
Because y'all wrong.
Us, it's like, this nigga's
He's spitting, bro.
Y'all niggas be wrong as fuck.
Like,
every time.
I think that, but it don't be, because you gotta think about it. Like, as your niggas, we've always told you when shit is fire and when it's not. Like,
honesty is the key.
We done all had conversations. We be like, nah,
This ain't it. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't it.
So like, even like, not even as your nigga, we sit there like, no, this shit cold.
And this nigga G one time, when I put out Pay Me in Dope, this nigga, we was listening to that shit at his house. This nigga G was like, yeah, I low-key fuck with that Pay Me in Dope. He was like, but like, on that song, you was like, and you know how G talk. This nigga was like, yeah, nigga, I was fucking with that one song, nigga, Pay Me in Dope. That shit was hard, nigga. But like, why you say, can I get a hell? Can I get a hell yeah? Like, nigga, you a cheerleader or something? What the fuck is that?
Hold on, you know that nigga don't pull no punches, boy. You know he don't pull no
This nigga
punches.
G, bruh. Cause like y'all, like even y'all, like, and no knock to y'all will find a nice way to say like, yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? This nigga G be like, yeah, no, that I don't fuck with that. I hate that. Like,
He been like that since middle school. That nigga cold, bruh.
that shit crazy. But to go back to what I was saying, that's crazy how shit work out, man. And if like this shit turn into something, which I believe it can, which I know it can, like it'll just be crazy to watch that shit happen, nigga. Because literally all niggas used to do was like post links, post links and be ready to knock people out.
That was the name of the job.
Post links and knock niggas out, like.
It's the name of the job, damn it.
Energy is still the same.
Flat out, always. All right. Now let me ask you, which I already know, but do you watch anime?
Come on,
and
man.
if so, which ones? What's your favorite?
I just rewatched One Punch Man, and I rewatched King and Ashura, Afro Samurai, Champloo.
Ugh.
I mean, but like, let's be real. You niggas know my favorite. Nigga, it's Dragon Ball Z. Come on, or Dragon Ball Super.
Why is Vegeta your favorite character?
Vegeta used to be my favorite.
Ooh, plot twist! Hold on, wait a minute. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Nigga, Goku is my favorite character now. Cause like, what the fuck? He's the main character.
Yeah,
And he's stronger than everybody, so I like him.
They give up on that.
So I like you.
Granted, they be hating on Vegeta. They never gonna let him get a shine because Goku around, but you can't fall into
I can and I did. Goku is better. Goku is he the best, and that's why I like him.
because of plot armor. We all know who the real nigga is in the group.
Yeah, Goku.
Kakarot.
Deadbeat father in the century.
That was look. You gotta make sacrifices. You want to be the GOAT. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. I think Gohan doing just fine without.
And you do it just fine.
Well, yeah. All right, step in, hold me down, cause nigga, I'm over here being great. So like, can you watch him for me while I go be great, please? Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hey, can you watch Gohan? I gotta go get Raw right quick.
Nigga, I get stronger right fast. Hold on.
He'll understand. Trust me.
They get over it. Okay. Shit, no, we getting back down. We getting down to the last couple questions. All right, man. Besides the rest of these lames in here, we done known each other for a long time. What 26, 27 years?
Yeah.
Why you think we done been locked down for this long?
I wish I could tell you, dude. Like, I swear to God.
I mean, you don't work.
No, it's just like I do not know.
Shit weird, bro, because I tried to answer it myself and I can't answer it.
It really ain't. I don't know this nigga. It's just like, damn, bro, you still here?
Right.
And it's like, for me, it's like, damn, bro, you still. It's like, we just still here, huh? We just still in this bitch.
I can't tell why. Because y'all niggas assholes, so I don't know why I'm friends with y'all.
I ask myself that all the time. My friends is a bunch of dickheads. I call them every day. And I hit them up to know what they doing all the time. Like,
I sincerely wish I could understand why this nigga.
Toxic as hell.
That shit is crazy. I mean, I don't know, niggas, but like, that's the thing though. Like, niggas' friendships be built on shit. Like, sure, I've known this nigga for 20-something years, but all our friendship is like, it's really built on some real shit. Niggas done seen me at my low. Niggas done seen me bawling, crying. Niggas done seen me dead broke. Like, nigga, like, niggas,
man.
everything. Niggas done seen, niggas done been through heartbreaks. All kind of shit, like, nah, just niggas' friendship is, and it's really not even no trauma bond and shit though. Like, I can't even attribute it to that, cause like, when it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad. But like, well, I guess with me and you, it's just cause like, niggas been friends since we was
hikes, man. little youngsters.
Niggas watching niggas become like men and shit. Like a lot of my personality traits come from you, nigga. Like and vice versa. That shit is.
That's fact. All right, let me ask you this: whose idea was it to have a concert on the Monkey Bars?
It was your idea.
No, it wasn't. Stop lying to the people, bro.
It was
Like
your
that was
idea.
your whole idea, dog.
Who you gonna believe, the nigga yelling or the nigga calm like me?
See, look, he be trying to play me. Look, it was him. He came up with it, bruh. Look, what you take it from the artist? Wouldn't it be the artist's idea to have a concert on the Monkey Bars?
We previously established that you are talented in your own right too, so it could have been anybody. Right? Concert on the Monkey Bar, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, say it like that, huh?
It wasn't me.
I'm not gonna lie, that dude. Hey, you should do it on the Monkey Bar. Yeah, I hear that. But also, you liable to come up with some shit like that too. Both of y'all niggas wild as hell.
You know it was him, man.
It was Mo.
I think it was a group effort.
I mean, at this point, we should just flip a coin.
I think it was a group effort.
It was Mo. It was 1,000% Mo.
No, it wasn't, right? You know what I'm saying? I was a singing ass nigga back then.
See?
We ain't gonna talk about that.
I can't sing, so why would I want to have a concert on the Monkey Bars and I can't sing?
Bro.
Matter of fact, we need to interview Mouth.
First question, why you lying?
You can ask that to anybody in this group.
Cap ass. Cap ass.
Usher was a huge inspiration. I'm saying.
You make me want to be the
7.
one I'm with.
Hey.
New relationship. Niggas used to walk around singing that shit. Lame, man. We were there.
Oh man! All right, let me get you up off this camera, man. Hey, last question: are you still afraid
You bitch ass nigga.
of the grits and the boogie oogie, man?
I didn't stop being afraid of that nigga, Oogie Boogie Man, until I was 25 years old.
That nigga had a grip on you, boy.
That nigga, bro, like for real, like low key. Let's talk about it, bruh. That movie was traumatizing. Nightmare Before Christmas was a traumatizing movie. That's crazy. Some more raw shit just happened. Okay, but no. Let me pull this up.
Here on ARTC.
Let me pull this up. Every nightmare that I ever had when I was like low key from like 5 till I was 18. Yeah, 5 till I was 18 to 25. This nigga has been in it. Oh, that shit blurry as fuck. You probably can't see it.
Do it now.
On that, like which one? I don't know. Fuck it. Hey, if you watching this shit, look up Oogie Boogie Man from Nightmare Before Christmas. This nigga had a whole, like, bro, I swear to God, like, if I went to therapy right now, I would have to talk about that.
I would have to bring this man up.
I swear to God, I ain't never been scared of nothing more in my life than Oogie Boogie Man and the Grinch. Like, that shit is crazy. I'm still, like, even when I see him now, like, I like how I just pulled that shit up on Google. Like, I'm gonna have to like delete that out of my search history just so I'm not in my room at 2 o'clock and just see Oogie Boogie Man pop up.
You gotta go to the Safari search engine and press delete.
That shit is terrifying. Are you still afraid of Return to Slab nigga?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, fuck,
nigga. That's crazy.
I'm always afraid of that.
That nigga's scary as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Him and the barber.
Fred?
Yeah.
Oh,
nah, Fred was a scary motherfucker, bro. But the Return to Slab, dude, he's scary as hell. The whole episode, bro, I was shook.
That shit is terrifying.
On that night.
That shit is terrifying.
Crazy comedy, dog.
You know that shit's scary because that shit came on like at 5 o'clock and it wasn't even nighttime. Niggas was just shook.
Shook.
They came some fucked up scenarios.
Scared as fuck, man. Oh, man. Thank you, Kipp Stone, for showing up tonight on the ARTC interview. Nice kick it, if you will. Just wanted to thank you for pulling up.
Thanks for having me, y'all.